E aí pessoal, beleza? Aqui é o Juca Metal e hoje eu estou de volta com um gameplay de What Remains of Edith Finch. Pois é, parte 3 aqui do gameplay. Vamos continuar. Aumentar um pouquinho. Paramos aqui nesta árvore incrível, né?
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
É, então aqui descobrimos que realmente ela está grávida, né? Nossa querida amiga está grávida. Incrível, não? Dá meio que pra perceber um pouco pela barriguinha dela, né? Muito escuro, né? Parte aqui. Umas partes muito escuras mesmo. Mas é isso aí.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Na porta.
They
Ok.
were both pretty intense.
Pera aí. Pois é, pois é, pois é. É o Stanley. Vamos ver alguma coisa aqui no quarto, se tem. Quer dizer, coisas tem, né?
Instead
Mas...
of hiding from death,
olha aí.
Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Olha aí, ó. É, família cheia de gente, né? Cheio de conteúdo, as
Sam
casas e
spent his
tal.
life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Tadinho do bichinho. Vai, meu filho. Ah. Pode abrir aí o negócio.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
What?
Perfect.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything? It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Ah,
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
legal, né?
I'm
Essas
gonna take
historinhas
some
assim.
pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Tá, mas é pra tirar foto de que e da onde?
Should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious.
Bacaninha.
Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
E aí, é pra tirar foto do quê? Isso aqui?
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don.
É, pois é.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Vamos ver aqui aonde tem que eu vou fazer. Pra cá não dá pra ir, tem que ir pra cá então.
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Tadinho.
Do I have
to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do that. Great
Ok,
shot,
né?
Dawn. I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
É, pois é, né? Se deu mal. Mais
Of all
um
these
aí.
stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Vamos contando a morte de cada um deles. Legal, falta alguns ali. Estamos chegando lá, minha gente. Estamos chegando lá. Chegando lá. Esqueci de cronometrar. Eu gosto de cronometrar aqui. Pra calcular mais ou menos. Acho que uns
My mom
5,
and Edith
10
got
minutinhos
pretty
foram.
close. They'd both lost a lot.
Finch, control. Legal, né? Bastante coisa na casa e tudo mais. Cheio das passagens secretas. Aham. É, pois é. Pois é, pois é. Muito bom, hein? Vamos ver aqui. Bastante coisa aqui. Ah, então vamos pra cá primeiro.
I can't imagine my mom
Oh,
ever
tem
writing
dois.
poetry and yet.
Tá bom. Um poema para Gus.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Legal, né? Olha, legal. Raviolinho.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Ah, legal, né, mano? Bem feito o jogo. Ó, ficou rapidez.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife. You make his bride.
Então tá bom, né? Poxa vida.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Interações muito boas, né? Tem que passar lá
Wind
direito
picked
ali, ó.
up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Entrar na tenda.
The rain
Oh,
came
look.
down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Coisa, olha. Nossa, destruindo tudo.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. And all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Regaçou tudo, olha. Alguém vai morrer aí, hein? Pra variar, né?
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I
Nossa,
didn't. Until we found you.
é. Eu acho interessantíssimo essas
She never
interações, sabe?
told him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
É, pois é, mais uma morte morrida. Um negocinho aqui, né? Vamos ver aqui mais um falecimento falecido.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Ô,
Back time's over, Gregory. It's time to. Hold on, sweetie.
Opa, deixa a criança sozinha na banheira aí.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Complicado isso aí, hein, gente.
I wonder what he saw.
Ah, ele é bolhas, né? Com patinhos dentro. Ó, que interessante.
What his world was like. He reminded me so much of Calvin,
Música boa. A música desse jogo é boa.
lost in his imagination.
Ô, louco.
Whatever it was he saw.
Ô, Laia, tem que acertar alguma coisa ali, ó.
It sure made him happy.
A criançada se diverte, né, mano? Ah!
I know how silly it sounds.
Cara, isso é muito bem bolado.
That I worried about a baby being too happy.
Isso é muito bem bolado.
But I could
Muito bem
feel
bolado.
slipping away.
Ah,
Gregory?
I know you did everything you could.
que triste.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Oh. E aí? Ah,
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
ixi, meio complicado aí, gente. Nossa, que jogo trágico, hein?
Understand about Gregory, about everything.
Que trágico.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
A narrativa desse jogo é extremamente boa.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Coisa, não divórcio. Triste pra caramba as coisas, hein? 1 ano de idade. Morreu tomando banho. 1 ano ou menos, né? Ou um pouquinho mais também, enfim. Complicadinho. Aqui dá pra ir lá em cima? Não, não dá, né? Ah, dá sim.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Pô, que
At the
coisa,
time,
gente.
it was
Que
as far away
coisa.
as she could get.
Que coisa. Triste.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Sanjay. Fly to India. Legal.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
É, gente. Minha gente. Ah, ela vai escalar a casa, né? A escalada.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back
Interessantíssimo.
and to see kids in the house again.
Bacana, olha só quanta coisa. Muita coisa, uma
The
casa
house had to
cheia
be
de
a little
coisas.
bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Bacaninha, bacaninha. Aqui é um lugar infantil, aparentemente, né? Quer dizer, praticamente isso, né? Olha lá, os 3 irmãos.
But it didn't last.
Vou fazer aula em casa. Ou isso aqui é só pra... Olha os 3 ali. Dá um Finch. Que coisa, né? Legal, cara. É muito detalhado esse jogo. Muito interessante. Vou ficar olhando tudo. Muito bem feito.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Bem alto já estamos, né? Aqui acho que vai ter um quarto aqui. Milton.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
É. Não é foda, não. Que coisa, né, gente? Muito triste. Ih! Não passa, não? Passei, aê! Nossa, olha isso. Bom, deve ser pra cá, né? Pra cá não é, né? Então, pra cá. Que bonito. Bem bonito mesmo.
Lewis's room smelled very, Very familiar.
O que será,
That
né?
part of him lived on.
O que será que tem aqui, né? Não! O que tá fazendo, querida? Vai entrar aqui, fumar tudo, cheirar tudo e ficar doidona. Tem até o controlezinho aqui de videogame. Tem até um videogame aqui que parece um PlayStation, parece um Super Nintendo, parece qualquer coisa.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Ele morria muito. De repente, né? Uma hora não mais. O moleque era meio nerdão, gostava dos Paranauê.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January,
Nossa, o moleque era
shortly after we
viciadão.
convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery.
Ai, meu filho,
But he
solta aí.
withdrew part of himself.
Ô,
In
Laia.
the sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Tá
I
jogando
asked him to
RPG.
describe it.
Legal. Tem que interagir.
He said he
Os
started
dois ao mesmo
small,
tempo.
imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
Que coisa.
Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names.
O cara fazendo tudo na repetição, só pensando em
He knew
outras
it was
coisas,
all
né?
in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
Nossa, que coisa, olha. Legal, bonito demais isso.
But he found something more.
É um RPG, né, cara? Tô
I
jogando
worried about
RPGzinho
him
aqui. Diablo.
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising first.
Que legal.
He told me he'd made a new friend.
Dogão. Não.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Utopia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Olha só.
Then he made musicians.
É um noiado, né? Coitado. Muito legal.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band,
Todo mundo seguindo ele.
and he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Coisa, olha isso, bicho. Lá vamos nós.
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
Seu dono do mundo.
He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
Ô, louco. Age of Empires e sei lá.
New Louisville. St. Louis.
St. Louis.
He started drifting away from our reality.
Nossa, é. Cada vez mais no mundo da imaginação.
Minneapolis. Until one day he
Minneapolis.
forgot to go home from the cannery.
Ele tá só vendo
Even
as
as his
coisas.
mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Nossa, sacanagem, hein? Que bacana, ó. O cara é mentalidade completamente fora, né? Do contexto.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen.
Nossa, dá pra escolher os caminhos ali também. Bacana. Nem cheguei a ver o outro direito. Li tão rápido, não percebi.
The queen was on her own quest for
Ah. Da hora, dá pra você escolher mesmo. Um lado bom e outro lado ruim. Ah. Sinto muito, não vou ficar passando tudo aí não. Não sei se...
followed the sound of her
Ah, isso aqui é bacana, hein?
electric sitar.
Sitar. É um instrumento bonito, eu acho. Ah.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Será que tem muita diferença?
Even then, his logic remained sound.
Nossa, não consigo ver mais nada. Daqui a pouco corta a mão aí.
He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Bonito. Bacana, hein?
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Muito bom.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Bem bonito. Bem bonito mesmo. Incrível. Agora acho que ele tá no momento dele, né? Real. Assim.
Began to forget the world we know.
Nossa, completamente diferente, né? Olha isso, só os...
I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker.
Pois é, não é? Pois é.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Tá doido já, né? O que é isso aqui?
I still thought I could save him. even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Acho que não rola, não.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Bonito. Ele tá com a roupinha real aí, hein?
Including the wise Calico who had insisted on advising him.
Mole. Isso é muito massa.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
É muito bonito mesmo.
There was only one thing left to do.
O Rei Lewis.
Bend down his head.
Ah. Que isso, gente? Isso não parece muito interessante não, hein? É, peixe.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Mais um que se foi. Mais um que se foi. Uma pena, né?
My brother
Mas
was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
é, tá quase lá, né, minha gente? O livro está quase completo. Não sei qual é o tamanho do jogo. Não sei se depois descobrimos, digamos assim, a biografia da morte. Biografia da morte. Cada um deles vão ter muito mais coisas. Teremos muito mais coisas, mas é isso aí. Fico aqui com o gameplay número 3. Uma parte bem interessante do Lewis. Muito boa, muito bonita, né? Como muitas outras partes. E logo mais, logo menos, voltarei com a parte 4 do nosso querido jogo. Um grande abraço e até mais. Falou!